Hello, everyone. What's up? What's up? This is your coach coming to you live from the ATL. Welcome, 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 guys. So, listen, I heard you. And some of you are like, Coach, what's up? What about the very beginning? What about those of us that have not started our business? And you know, I'm looking at the video talking about how to get started, and it's from a couple of years ago. So guess what? In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips, some information on getting started. So this video is for you, and you. So let's get started. So first thing is make a decision. Yes, make a decision that this is what you want to do. So you got to do your research, do your due diligence, and find out, go through my YouTube channel, find out exactly what it takes to start this business. And I'm going to give you a list. I'm going to give you a list today. So the first thing is make a decision. Second thing is commit. Yes, commit to becoming an entrepreneur, commit to getting into a new industry, commit to giving yourself some grace, because you're not going to know everything. 1 year in, you're not going to know everything. So give yourself some grace. And then I want you to find out if your state is regulated or not. And what do I mean by regulated? I mean, find out if there's a governing body, agency that's overseeing the licensing process, meaning you need to submit an application to the governing bodies, entity, state entity, to find out, to go through that process. So you need to contact them, look at their website. The easiest way, you can Google, so say if you're in Georgia, you can Google home care Georgia, right? So you always want to put your state first. Georgia Home Care Agency License. Now, in the state of Georgia, it's called the Private Home Care Provider Permit. However, if you Google Georgia Home Care Application License, it will come up. So you're going to go to the DCH website, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to prepare prerequisites, prepare prior to submitting your application. And guys, that's pretty much the same in any regulated state, meaning you go to the website, go to Google, and then type in your state plus home care application, license application. You can play around with the words, and you're going to see now there's going to be a bunch of consultants that come up, and you probably see my videos, right? However, I want you to scroll until you see one that is actually like a .gov, right? Because it's a state website. And then you can look at it also. If you click on it, you can tell the difference. It's very clear to know the difference between, a consultant's website and an official website through your state. It's going to talk about the rules, the regulations, or it may say code, and it's going to give you the step-by-step on what, if any, prerequisites. Like Texas, for instance, they require you to go through a training, right? So there's a mandatory training for you and your alternate administrator. Not every state requires an alternate administrator. However, Texas does. North Carolina, there's a mandated class that you must go to. So you want to Google your state plus home care agency license application, mix it up, get the information that you need if you want to do it yourself. Now, if you want to hire a consultant, I still want you to follow those same steps, because you got to know what you're getting into before you actually commit. Personally, I would want you to understand the requirements, make sure you meet the requirements, right? So if you need a nurse, not saying you have to be a nurse, but if you need a nurse, then you need to, understand that from the very beginning, because you don't want to go through the entire process and then you're not able to find a nurse. Now we give you in our, program, and when you work with us, we give you tips and, strategies and ideas on how to, find a registered nurse for your business if it is a requirement. However, I want you to understand what you're getting into. It's like driving a car. Before you could drive a car, guess what? You need to read that book. You need to understand, what you're getting into, right? So you got to read that book. You got to go do your training. If you're going to driving school, if your parents, friends, whomever is teaching you, you need to go through that process, right? Before you sit and take the test and start driving. So it's the same thing with home care, guys. You got to understand. Yes, I'm saying got to. You got to understand what you're getting into, right? So once you figure out, okay, so it's governed by, and regulated is the word, regulated by this entity here. Okay, I'm on their website. I see the rules and regulations or code. So, okay, now I need to look at the application. And if there's a checklist, look at that checklist. So now I look and I see, okay, got to have this, and this, and this. Then you make the decision. Can I do this myself? Do I want to do this myself? Or do I want to hire someone to walk me through the process? If you hire someone, guys, make sure you hire someone that gives you a guarantee. Like for us, we guarantee you, if you do exactly what we tell you to do, we will be with you, holding your hand, walking you through that licensing process, giving you all the forms you need, giving you the policies and procedures. If the state asks for anything to be tweaked or amended, guys, we're going to do that for you. So we're going to be with you until you get your license, as long as you're doing your part. And let me mention that, because sometimes, people think, oh, I'm going to hire a consultant and it's 100% going to go through the first time. Guys, I've been doing this for a couple of years. By the grace of God, I've never had anyone denied. However, I have had the state say, hey, I need you to tweak this, tweak that. Things change all the time, guys. Things change all the time. We can submit policies that were successful in January, submit them at the end of January, and they may say, oh, can you change this word? Or, oh, can we revised it. And guess what? When they revise, most states, they do not revise. They revise in a meeting, okay? They revise in a meeting. They do not revise, meaning update their website. So there's no way for us to really understand and identify every single tweak and change that's made on a state level. So you want to make sure you get with a consultant that's going to walk you through that process, hold your hand, help you, answer your questions, give you everything that you need to be successful, and guide you, right? So we offer a 100% guarantee when it comes to licensing in the states that we assist with. So just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. So let me tell you this. Many people are saying you have to have $60,000 to start this business and get in this industry. I don't know. Well, I do know. I'm assuming, right? Yep, I am assuming that they are talking about payroll. Guys, you do not need that much money. I did it. Many of my clients have done it and currently in the process of doing it with a little bit of money. Meaning you do not, we teach you how to leverage key components that we teach in our program, where you don't even need to have an exorbitant amount of money for payroll. In actuality, if I can tell you a secret, you don't even need money for payroll, because I'm going to teach you, we teach you how to leverage the revenue that you have coming into your business. So you don't even need to stress about that part. Now, for those of you that misheard me, do you need money to get into this business? Yes, absolutely. You got to have money to market your business. If you don't have money to market your business, your grassroots game got to be on fleek. Your grassroots game, you got to be talking to everybody. I mean, every single person that you know, every single person you don't know that's within your reach, you need to be talking to everybody. You need to create a strategic plan on how you are going to grow your business, because it does take money to make money, guys. I know a lot of y'all want to get in and do paycheck to paycheck. You could do that. I'm not saying you can't. But what I'm saying from a realistic perspective is that you need money to market and grow your business. The tips, the strategies, the things that I teach in my program, you need money. Many of them are free. Many of them are low budget. Many of them are higher. So I want you guys to take into consideration what you want to generate as far as your revenue. If you're trying to get into this and say, oh, I want to generate X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars my first year, and some of you that are very bold say $1 million, guess what? You're not going to do that free. You got to spend some money. Come on, we got to be realistic here. Okay, I want to make sure I'm setting you guys up for success with the proper expectations. So those are the basic things, guys. And when I say, the state is going to give you, and tell you what you need to do as far as your checklist and on their site. So I did not go into, you got to create your company's name. You got to get your EIN number. You got to get, set up your entity. Yes, you got to do all those things. But when you Google and you get on the right page, if you're in a regulated state, guess what? It's going to list all those things because you have to submit them to them, because they got to validate that you are set up legally to operate within the state. Okay, so this is giving you an overview on what you need to do. The breakdown as far as the logistics, like, okay, I got to do this, the business legalities, that's going to be there. And then again, that's something that we walk you through as well, because we want to make sure you're set up for success in order to submit your application. So guys, check me out. Subscribe, like the video, check me out on Facebook at I Am Coach Michele. Plenty of lives, Facebook lives. I love going live on Facebook. I Am Coach Michele. And then you can also join my text messaging where I send out, 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes some extra stuff, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I share with you some inspirational things, some motivational things, some life things, some business things to really help you throughout your day, throughout your life. And if you're interested in getting those text messages, absolutely free, you can text YouTube, the word YouTube, to 678-336-7472. Again, 678-336-7472. I will see you guys inside of the text. If you want to learn more about how we could potentially help you, schedule a complimentary call with someone on my team that specializes in our programs. Programs. We have more than one. You can go to myhomecarecoach.com, myhomecarecoach.com, click on services to learn more. So guys, don't forget, click that button, turn on that notification, and subscribe so you can be notified each and every time I go live by dropping a video. Take care, guys. God bless.